that falls under identity as well.
Let me tell you this, right? When you come out of your mama's vagina, right? You're born, right? Right. When you come out, right? Hold on. When you come out,
right.
What's given to you? What's given to your mother?
What do you mean?
What's given to her? What did she do? Do you have any children?
Yes.
Okay. When your child was born, what did you have to sign? What did you have to do?
We didn't sign anything. I didn't have childbirth at the hospital.
What? Okay. Every child has the same thing. What things do you get when a child is born?
Breast milk.
What things do you get when you're born?
Go ahead, bro. You can answer it. Go ahead. No.
You don't know?
I don't either. You're not.
Go ahead. What is it?
Breast milk.
Breast milk. Okay. Nothing else identifies that this child is born besides breast milk. Okay, what do you get to identify that a child is born? I'm asking you, what thing do you get to identify a child is born? What do you get? What do you get? What do you get when your child is born, sis? When your child is born, what do you get? A blessing. Okay, you guys are killing me. All right, you fill out paperwork. Do you not fill out paperwork when your child is born? You don't fill out paperwork when your child is born?
Certificate of manifesto.
Okay, so they have a birth certificate, right? Now I'm telling you that the Bible is our birth certificate. The Bible is the proof of who we are. The Bible, hold on, I'm telling you, the Bible identifies who our fathers and mothers are. You don't want to listen. My name is Zab. Yes, my name is in the Bible. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 5. Absolutely, my name is in the Bible. But the thing that I'm telling you is that how do you determine? Listen to what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, it is. You have to validate who you are through a record. And that's the thing with our people. They don't want to have no records. They just want to go by my feelings. What the white man told me. The white man says I use his science to prove who I am. The white man says I use a mouth swab to prove that I came from an ape. That's what the white man told you. Read that.
1 Kings chapter 4 and verse 5. Yeah. And Azariah, the son of Nothin.
He said the Habaloti. Who told you that? You learned that from Edom. You learned that from your oppression. Just like that Ankh and everything else, we learned that in oppression in Egypt. That's what our history, that's what our records show us. You are Israelite. And exactly. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 1.
Bring it out.
We're going to prove it to you. Because this is how we know that you are walking contradiction. That Bible identifies that those are the Israelites. The people that are lost and confused and got every other thing besides the true living God around their neck, those are his people. You lost Negroes. Read that scripture.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. Yeah. The ox knoweth his owner.
The ox. Every animal knows how to get home. I've been over in other countries, right? They don't put leashes. They don't put tracking devices. They don't put none of it. Hold on. They don't put none of these things on these animals. These animals know how to get home. Read that again.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
A dumb donkey knows how to get home. Now I'm going to ask you, bro, where is our homeland? Where is our homeland? Africa. Now, what does Africa mean? Where was the term Africa originated from?
Scorpio Africanus.
Okay, where'd it come from then? You tell me where. Huh?
Our people.
Who?
When you
name who?
Conquer the land.
Name who? Okay, so who? Now I'm asking you, who of our people was named Africa that conquered the land? Tell me who. Because if you telling me, because you already know who Leo Scipio Africanus is, and that he defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic War. You already know that. But you saying a black man did that. I'm asking you, who? Okay, you say our people.
I never said that.
Okay, who was Africa?
Named Africa.
Who?
What do you mean, as a whole?
I'm asking you who. The term Africa came from somebody.
Brother.
Who named it Africa?
Who? You tell me who. If I don't know.
I just told you. You said you already know that. Leo Scipio Africanus.
Right.
Now it's no, it didn't. Okay, now prove to me. Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong. Listen to me. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm asking you.
After Africa.
No. That land was not called Africa before. Let's go to the Bible.
Bring it
right?
out.
Let's go to Exodus.
Bring it out.
I'm sorry, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. I'm finna show you. Okay. I'm finna show you out the Bible.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy 28, 68. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Yep.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Into what?
Egypt.
So the Lord called that land Egypt. The Lord called that land Egypt. Okay, so tell me, give me a source Give me a valid source to identify what the land was called, bro. Okay, again, I agree. Where does the land Kemet or the name Kemet come from? Let's go to the Bible. Let's go to the Bible. Let's go to the Bible. Yes, it is. I bet you it is. Let's go to the Bible. Let's go to Genesis.
Or Shem or Ham.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. So now it's not. The word Kim just means hot or ham. So again, you're not, because you can't tell me anything. Give me a valid source. What does it mean? It always doesn't mean this, but you can't tell me what it means.
Kim means black.
Okay, now again, I'm going to show you out of the Bible, Genesis chapter 2, verse 7.
Kim doesn't mean hot or burnt.
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 7. And the Lord formed man out of the dust.
The Lord formed man what? Read it again.
And the Lord formed man out of the dust.
The Lord formed man out of the dust. So guess what the man was? He was black. So to say that he named his son black, sure, nothing wrong with that. But that land or that name still originates from the Bible. You cannot call a land Egypt or Ham and have no source outside of the Bible to validate that that land was named anything besides what God called it. It's no other source. Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Are there any archaeological, anthropological, or chronological evidence to prove that the Bible is a true story?
Absolutely. You ready? You ready? Let's go to 2nd Ezra. Let's go. I got you. I got you.
Are there any mummified people?
You just said, listen, I just said I got you. I just said I got you. But you don't want it. You don't want it. I'm just telling you I got you. Let's go to 2nd Ezra. You know what I'm talking about?
You find out from a book.
Yeah, that one.
You have to do archaeology.
2nd Ezra chapter.
I'm listening.
2nd Ezra.
Are you listening? I'm trying to give it to you.
Go ahead.
Come on.
2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes.
Those are the who?
The 10 tribes.
Yes.
Which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
Now he just gave you the time of Hosea the king. He just giving you timeline, chronological evidence. Come on.
Whom Salmanazar, king of Assyria.
King of Assyria, which reigned in 722 AD. Come on. I mean BC.
Led away.
I'm in BC.
I
just said BC. My fault.
Go ahead, brother.
Come on.
Led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel.
Now that time they took that counsel was 533. Come on.
Among themselves.
That counsel was known as the Cyrus Scroll. Come on.
That they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Now what was the land that never mankind dwelt? This land right here. In 533, when they took that counsel with Cyrus, or when Cyrus gave them the permission to take that counsel chronologically, that's what happened. And we can validate and prove it.
When were the seals found, man?
When were the who?
When were the great seals found, man?
Which ones are you talking about, bruh?
Chronological evidence on the great
Listen. Go back to Cyrus. Give me Isaiah chapter 45. No, it's all type of historical evidence. It's all type of historical evidence. It's all type of historical evidence. Isaiah 45. Come on.
Great seals.
Isaiah 45? What verse, sir? Isaiah chapter 35 and verse 1. Thus saith the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus.
To who?
To Cyrus.
Now Cyrus, listen, I'm trying to tell you. I'm listening. You're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening. Cyrus was the king of Persia. So Cyrus didn't exist. So there was no Ahasuerus, there was no Xerxes. None of these people existed. Again, bro, I go back to Isaiah. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 28. At the end of the day, this where you at. This where you at. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 28. And the Lord shall smite thee with madness.
That's what you are, bro. You smitten with madness. Regardless of what we showing you, that don't mean that. But you can't show me nothing that nothing means. It just don't mean what I'm saying just because you don't like what I'm saying. You believe whatever the white man has taught you and nothing that the Bible that is what. Yes, you are. No, it's not. Again. Go to Acts chapter 13. King James, listen. King James rule. Listen to what I'm saying. You're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening. You don't want to listen. No, he wasn't. He was a black man that ruled England. He was a black man with lots of children.
There were in the church that was in Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon.
Now he gonna go to Google. Google's right. You see that? The Bible's wrong. But the white man's Google is right. Come on.
I'm not going to Google.
And Simons
That doesn't work,
that were
brother.
called
Doesn't work.
nigger.
What they call him?
Nigger.
If this was a white man book, why would they leave that in there? Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. If this was a white man's book, why would this be in here? And then after that, give me Job 30:30. Come on.
Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black.
What are they?
Black.
So again, if the Bible was written by a white man, why would he identify the Israelites as black? Let's go to Job 30:30. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
You know I'm coming with this too.
You're not coming with nothing, bro. You got nothing but confusion.
That's right.
Come on.
Job chapter 30 and verse 30. My skin is black.
What did Job say it was?
My skin is black.
Job said his skin was black. So again, the Bible validates that the Israelites are black people. The Bible validates that the Israelites went into slavery on slave ships. You got no sources of information to prove nothing that you believe. It just don't believe. It just don't mean nothing that we say.
You walk by belief and faith.
No, I'm walking by facts. I'm able to pull out facts. Go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Watch me. Watch it.
You go to the library, that book is in the-
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 28.
Again, the white man's library said it's fiction. I'm in the fiction section of the white man's library, therefore it's right. Come on, man.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
Come on, verse 48. Go to the southeast. Again, the white man's library in the southeast said it's in the fiction section. Come on, man.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
So who serves in hunger? Do we own any food places? Do we own Walmart, Ralph's, Vaughn's? No, we don't. Come on.
And in thirst.
In water, do we own Arrowhead, Aquafina, Dasani? No, we don't.
And in nakedness, and in want of all things.
The blacks are the Israelites. Listen to what I'm saying. We was taught that our nationality was black. We was taught that our nationality was African American. So I got to come to my people and tell them, even though you identify with this, God said that you are Israelite. Come on.
And in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So just like, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Just like they took this image and whitewashed it, guess what they did to the King James image? They whitewashed it. Come on, bruh, it's that simple. Come on, read it again.
And in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he.
Listen, bruh, we got all type of history books. Listen, you don't, and again, no, that's not. That's the whitewashed image that you got. We have the history books. We have the Russian icons. We have historical reference book. Again, like I said, you don't want to listen, bro. Why did you come over here? Just to argue? Okay, read that scripture again.
Therefore,
not, because if you wanted to get understanding, you would listen. Okay, so you don't want any understanding. You want to be a walking contradiction. You want to die when Christ comes back. And I'll allow you to do that. But I don't want you to say, nobody told me. The men that you see standing in front of you in purple told you that Christ was going to come back and he's going to put you to death for what you're doing. Come on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So when you go to the library to get your understanding, when you go to Google the image of King James whitewashed, guess what you're going to get? You're going to get exactly what the white man fed you. He fed you that information. Come on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And this is how we know the Bible is historically accurate. Nobody else on this planet had yokes of iron upon their necks. Nobody else did that happen to. And Moses wrote this 2,000 years before it came to pass. Come on, read it again.
The Bible.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
We're destroyed. When we walk around like this, a walking contradiction, can't improve nothing. Birth certificates don't exist. The white man's like, he gonna say birth certificates don't matter, but yet I go to the white man's library in the fiction section. That's what matters. This is what you just said, bruh. I'm listening to what you said. You said I went to the fiction section in the white man's library and he said the Bible isn't true. Therefore, that's what's true. That's what you just said. That's what you just said, bruh. Read it again.
And and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
That only happened to our people. Come on.
Right.
Until he had destroyed thee.
Until we walk in contradictions, until we walk around in Christianity, in Egyptology, in Confucianism, in everything but what God said to do. Come on.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
And again, another validation point. As swift as the eagle flieth. What is the symbol of this country? The eagle. You cannot deny when you go to the white man's library, right? The symbol on the library, the symbol, the eagle.
Don't take that from the ancestors.
I'm going to take it from the ancestors. Because the ancestors worship idols too, just like you. They might have had that idol. And guess what? They was lost and stupid too. Read it again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
You wasn't speaking English before the white man taught you English, but yet, I'm going to tell you everything that the white man has told me. Come on, read it again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And a nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of what?
A nation of fierce countenance.
We just seen this nation over in Afghanistan, over in Russia, over in Japan, China. They do all these things, but yet this is not the white man. We are not those people. We are not those people. Now you want to talk about the Hebrew language. No. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that dumbass unk you got on your neck. Why do you have that on your neck? What does that represent? I'm asking, what does that represent? I am going to slander it because you don't even know what it means. Can I get that in Talmud, please? Can I please get that out of Talmud? Let's get it out the Bible.
It's a vagina and a penis.
Exactly. And where does it come from? Where did it come from? I'm asking you, where did it come from? I'm asking you where it come from.
Homosexuality.
Where did it come from? Nobody believes in homosexuality. These men right here that you see before me, they at the church. They here.
Where are they in the Bible?
They here. You telling me that it's not women in the Bible?
Homosexuality.
No, it's not homosexuality. It's not homosexuality in the Bible. Give me the book of Judith. Come on. You don't know where Talmud is? Come on, man.
Now we're going to get down to the homosexuality.
That's what I'm saying. This guy, man, he all over the place. Do you got a question, sir?
He with me. Who is the Holy Spirit?
You just looking. Do you see yourself on this sign? Do you see yourself on this sign, bro?
You an Aztec. You know.
Are you a so-called Hispanic? You're a Christian? Okay, what's your nationality? Mexican. Okay, have you ever seen Mexican in the Bible? Have you ever seen Mexican? Why are you pushing this man? Back your dumb ass up, man. Again. Hey, shut your black mouth, bro. Now, listen. I'm asking you, right, what is your nationality? You know what I'm saying? U.S. citizen? But I'm asking you, where did it come from, though? Where did it come from?
Answer these questions, man.
Yeah, where did it come from? Where did the term Mexico come from? But who called you Mexican, though? Where did it come from? Were they calling you Mexican before the Spaniards showed up?
Lost their identity in 1521 of the Spanish colonization.
You were Mexica? Who called you
They were
that?
Aztec.
Can we please just ignore that, right? Mexico. How did they get there?
And why is the light?
How did they get there?
Why this nigga speaking, man?
Yeah.
They come from Africa. Real though.
They can't. There you go. How did they get to the country?
By boat.
By boat, absolutely.
No.
That's biblical history.
No.
He's gonna tell you that your history is wrong. No. You see that? No, you didn't get on here on the boat. You got here on the spaceship. You got here on an airplane. You got here every other way. Again, we're gonna get it out the Bible. You being a man of God, you believe that the Bible is a true and accurate book, right? Yes. You do. Okay, now we're gonna prove again, man. Again, we're trying to validate and prove to you that you are an Israelite. Right. You're not a Christian. Right. Christianity was a title that was put on. That was a title that was put on us when we were in slavery. Right. The Christianity that we learned in slavery is not the same Christianity that Christ was following. Go to John chapter 14, verse 15. I'm gonna show you. What's your name, bro?
Solomon 24:11.
Renee? I'm gonna show you this, Renee. Watch this real quick. Renee, right? Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay, watch this.
John chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments.
Now, what did Christ say you have to do to validate and prove your love for him? To be a Christian. What did he say you have to do?
To love your neighbor.
No, listen to Christ. Listen to Christ. Listen, Christ is talking. This is in red writing. Read it again.
If you love me, keep my commandments.
What did God say to do?
If you love me, keep my commandments.
Now, what did Renee, what did Christ say you have to do? Now, in Christianity, do they keep any commandments, Renee? In Christianity, do they keep commandments? Okay, name one.
Where did your commandments come from?
Okay, let's go to
the 42 laws of
watch
Maya.
this.
God above all else.
Okay, and how do you do it though? Again, this love thing, right? This love kick that Christianity puts us on, it doesn't give us any clear direction. It's just love. Can you give Christ a hug? Can you take Christ on a date?
You don't exist.
How do you prove his love, your love towards him? How do you do it?
It's faith and belief.
How do you do it, bruh?
You prove his love through faith.
Let's read it. Come on.
You gotta believe.
Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
Yep.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Now, did Christ have a beard?
Yeah.
He did. Right. Now, if we was to say we follow Christ, what should we have on our face?
That doesn't make sense. Give me faith without works.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that. Now, we're going to go to the Bible. Okay, we're going to go to the Bible.
We logical.
We're going to go to the Bible. In the New Testament. Now, watch this. Come on, Renee.
James chapter 2 verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works.
Faith with what?
Faith without works.
Faith without what?
Faith without works is dead.
Faith without works. So that means that you have to do the things that Christ did. Again, these are vague terms, Jay or Renee. These are vague terms. I'm asking you, what is an actual item you can do that Christ did to prove that you are a follower of him? What's an actual thing you can do?
Help people.
Again, these are vague terms, and you don't want to, that's what I'm saying, you don't want to do nothing that the Bible says. You got Christianity stuck in your head. Now I'm going to show you this. Go to Revelation chapter 22 verse 14. We're going to get it out the Bible. Everything we're saying, we're pulling out the Bible. Did Christ have a beard on his face? You said yes, right? Did Christ keep the commandments?
Yes.
Okay, so what should we do if we follow? There you go.
That's right.
Come on, watch this.
Revelation chapter 22 verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter through the gates into the city.
So the people, so we are the people, Renee, we are the people that are keeping the commandments. Do you see a beard on every man out here's face?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what are we applying? God's commandments. This is just one you can see in front of us. But none of the brothers you see in front of them eat pork. Neither did Christ eat pork. None of the men that you see in front of him are involved in any type of homosexuality, as neither was Christ. None of the men that you see in front of you break any of God's laws, as did Christ. And that's what we tell you that Christianity doesn't teach you.
That's right.
Let's go back to John. Give me the one in John.
Follow 10 or 300,
we follow all the commandments of God. But give me that one. Revelation chapter 14 verse 12. I'm going to show you. Yeah, exactly. It's more than 10. And we apply all of them with the exception of this one. I'm going to show you. Watch this.
Revelation chapter 14 verse 12.
Watch, listen.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
So now, in place of animal sacrifice, which they did in the Old Testament, we now have what? Christ. Christ is the Lamb. You know what I'm saying? So we keep all the commandments of God, and in place of the animal sacrifice, we have Christ now. Does that make sense? We still have to keep the commandments of God.
Are you a priest?
Yes. You are too, though. Our nation is a nation of kings and priests. Thus saith the Lord. You know what I'm saying? All of the brothers that keep the commandments of God are kings and priests.
A white man or a black man?
Now let's go to the one in
King James
John.
a white man or a black man?
You don't want to talk about?
King James a white man or a black man?
First John. Watch this.
Wasn't King James a white man?
He's a white man.
Yeah.
Nah, he wasn't, bro. Don't believe that, bro. Black people ruled all of England during the Dark Ages. Why did they call the Dark Ages, bro? Because black people ruled all of Europe. That's why it was called the Dark Ages. When did King James rule?
In England.
When?
I don't know.
In the 1600s.
That was the Dark Ages.
That was the Dark Ages.
When we put crackers on their back.
From 193 to 1619, black people and Hispanic people ruled all of Europe and Russia. That's what it proves. You can look at books called the Russian Icons and all these different things, but we're going to go to the Bible more than anything. Come on, watch this.
1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments.
So the Bible says we know that we know Christ if we do what?
if we keep his commandments.
Yep.
He that saith, I know him.
He that saith he know Christ, Renee, Renee, he that saith he knoweth him,
I like that.
you like that, he that saith he knoweth him, come on.
Because he keeps his commandments.
He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments,
Now, if you're in the Christian church not keeping the commandments, but you saying I know Christ, go ahead.
is a liar.
Is what?
Is a liar.
Now, is Christmas in the Bible? Is Easter in the Bible?
No, the pagan religious conversion.
Now, does Christianity celebrate those days?
Bible in the Bible.
Again, I'm asking you,
Bible in the Bible.
right? Do these things validate or prove that these people love God?
So you celebrate the Israeli.
It's Bible
Not
in the Bible.
Israeli. The Bible dictates the high holy days that we
That's
have.
right.
Yes,
That's right.
we keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
That's right.
Yes, we keep the Passover.
1919.
Yes, we keep the Day of Atonement.
Bring it out. Right?
Yes, we keep the Feast of Blowing of Trumpets.
Bring it out.
Yes, we keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
He don't
All
want me
the
to
things.
answer the questions. He don't want to answer my
How many
questions.
feast days? We
because he know
got
it's gonna come.
12
I'ma
new moons,
destroy him.
52 Sabbaths, right? And then we got,
You're wrong. It's only 30.
30 new moons.
30 part of 30.
When does the new moon come?
holy days.
Listen. The Sabbath day is a holy day.
I know, but not kind of Sabbath.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
supposed to
counting.
be actually
I'm counting
following
all
the moon. 'Cause y'all-
of the high
y'all
holy
God
days.
come from a moon
You know what I'm
god.
saying?
The high holy days.
All of the high, all of them.
Yahweh is a moon god.
30 days.
They don't want to tell
The
you
who?
this shit,
30
but
days.
Yahweh
Which ones?
is
Name
a
'em.
moon god. Same way how Allah is.
The harvest, that's 4 times a year.
Feast of Harvest.
Three times a year.
Okay, where is that? Where is that written? I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy 16:16. Again,
Brother.
I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong. I'm saying that we're gonna pull it out the Bible.
Brother.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever you saying, you gotta show us in the scriptures. Come on, watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 16.
Watch this.
3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God, and the place which ye shall choose,
Yep.
and the feast of unleavened bread,
So that's the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Go ahead.
and in the feast of weeks,
The Feast of
Rabbi
Pentecost,
Matthew from?
right? The
Where's
Feast of
Rabbi
Weeks.
Matthew from?
and in the feast of tabernacles.
And the Feast of Tabernacles.
Rabbi Matthew?
So again, everything I'm naming to you, I'm pulling it out the Bible. You know what I'm saying? None of this is my feelings. I'm pulling it out the Bible. We go into the Bible, we pull out what days God said to celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the creator of your doctrine?
So I'm asking you, right? Do you know that you got to keep the commandments of God? Does it make sense now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so why aren't you doing that then?
What am I doing wrong?
You shaved your beard off.
See, Jock.
I
Man,
can't
shave
grow
that
one.
shit.
You can't grow one?
It's too hard on me.
Okay,
Where you
so
going?
I'm
I have
asking
a
you
vision from my lady in Guadalupe.
Are you gonna go to
shave
hell?
my beard?
now.
St.
Our
Paul
lady,
shaved his head.
who?
St. Paul.
Okay, again, now I'm asking you, he took the law to Nazareth. That's a whole different thing that you were talking about.
Brother,
Now I'm asking you, right, where is Saint Mother Guadalupe at in the Bible?
Everybody else, but he can't answer these questions.
She's in
who
the
is
12
creator of
where
his
she's
doctrine
crowned with the
when
12
his doctrine
stars.
was created?
That's
The
not-
moon is under her feet.
That's not what that is.
That's not
important
Lady
now.
Guadalupe.
No,
Because
that's
they
not.
saying
That's the 12
that
tribes of
Hebrew
Israel. That's why I got
Israelites,
12 stars on the
Israelites,
set. That represents the 12 tribes of Israel. That's not. That is not of God. That's a lie. Watch this. Come on.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 5.
Yep.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon
is
the
your God a
children
jealous
unto the
God?
3rd and 4th generation.
Now I want the one where it say, "Beware of him." Find the one that say, "Beware of
Why
him"
is
in
your God a
Exodus.
jealous God?
Christ, right?
Yes,
Oh, I got you.
it's in Exodus.
And where did your God once serve in the Bible?
Now I'm
On the
asking you,
other side
right?
of
Is
what?
God going to let you
got Egypt,
give
right?
excuses
Got it.
on why you can't keep His commandments? You think that Christ
Look,
is going to
man,
allow you? Because I'm telling you, according to God, He said that you can be perfect if you apply His commandments. And I'm not saying you're going to get it today or tomorrow, but it's work. You work every day towards perfection. And the perfection comes by we what? Instituting our laws into our life. That's what it comes by. Watch this.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 20.
Yep.
Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him.
Now, if you're walking down this street, right, and you see a house with a sign outside that says, "Beware of dog," what does that mean?
Be careful.
Be careful. Why?
Because you could get attacked if
You could get attacked. Now, God just says, beware of Christ. Beware of the angel that He sent to you. Come on.
Beware of him and
Why didn't
obey
he
his
send
voice.
those
And do what?
angels?
Obey his voice.
didn't
Now, what did
God
Christ
send those
say to
goddamn
do?
angels
He said,
in
obey His
1300
voice.
years
What did
of
His voice
slavery
tell us?
with the
To
Arab
keep
man?
His
Why didn't
commandments.
God
You don't
send
keep
these
His
bitch-ass
commandments.
angels
Renee, you're not keeping His
for the 400
commandments.
years of the
I just
transatlantic
told
slave
you.
trade?
Why did you shave your beard off your face?
Where the fuck were these
Now, I'm
angels
asking
of
you,
God?
now,
Where were
keep
these
reading.
soldiers
Watch what it
of
says.
God?
Provoke him not, For he will not pardon your transgression.
What does Christ say?
He will not pardon your transgression.
So is Christ going to allow you to not keep his commandments? Is he going to allow you to make excuses on why you don't have to keep his commandments? No. Is he going to say, oh, I know that you didn't feel like having your beard on your face, whatever excuse you're making. He going to say, you know what, it's cool, I'm going to let you in anyway. He just said, no, I'm not going to pardon your transgressions. As difficult as you saying it is for you to have that beard on your face, I'm telling you, you would save so much more money not buying shaving cream, not buying razors, by just allowing the beard to grow out of your face. It's easy to keep God's commandments. You making it hard. It's nothing difficult about letting hair grow out of your face. But they told you exactly. I'm telling you. Now we're gonna go to. I'm with you. We're gonna go to Isaiah chapter 66 because you're saying that's a small commandment. You don't think God is gonna judge you for a small commandment. Now let's see what the Bible says. Let's see what the Bible says. Christianity has fooled you into believing that. He's giving you grace right now to get it right. But when he comes back, he's gonna kill you if you don't start fixing it now.
I know Jesus personally.
Watch this.
Isaiah chapter 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury.
So when Christ come back, he coming with fire to burn stuff up. Let's see what he's going to burn up. Come on.
And his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
The slain of the Lord going to be what?
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
The slain of the Lord going to be a few.
The slain of the Lord shall be many.
What's the biggest religion on this planet, Renee?
Christianity.
Okay, now again, he just said the slain of the Lord going to be who? Many.
Right.
The biggest religion is Christianity. So the number one that will receive his judgment are those Christians. The number one that's going to receive his judgment are going to be those Christians, Renee. Come on. Read it again. Renee, stay with me.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves.
They that what?
They that sanctify themselves.
They that clean themselves, say, I'm good. I know Christ. They that sanctify themselves. That's what Christianity teaches. Come on.
What's his number, man?
And the gardens behind one tree, and the mist, eating swine's flesh.
Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
Now Christ just said he gonna kill all those people that do what?
Eat swine and flesh.
Do Christians eat swine's flesh?
Teach y'all.
Some don't.
Some don't. How about you?
I'm a vegetarian.
Okay, all praises. That's not a bad thing, right? But you are not applying some of his commandments to your life. You know what I'm saying? You did shave your beard off your face, right?
Yes.
Right. You do go to church on Sunday, right? No, what day do you go to church?
I'm sick. I'm disabled. I can't make it.
Okay. What day should you be going to church?
Before 1919.
No, you should be keeping the Sabbath day. You know what I'm saying? But you know that. These are things that you already know. You know what I'm saying? You should be keeping his commandments. And these are just the basic ones I'm showing you. You know what I'm saying? Now,
but these niggas ain't
let's go back to Revelations. Come on. Where was you trying to go? Go ahead. Matthew 5 and what?
You anti-African.
Come on.
The book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Now Christ said, who shall ever break one of these what?
That makes sense.
Least commandment.
Whoa, what's the least commandment? You just said out of your own mouth that a beard, that's a least commandment. Now let's see, he say, whosoever shall break one of these least commandments, I'm going to let him in anyway. Let's see what he say.
And shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them,
whosoever shall do them and teach them, come on,
the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
So he's telling you that you got to do his commandments in order to make it into the kingdom of heaven. He just said if you don't do the least of them, you're not getting in.
I read the least in heaven.
A man that
read it again.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
When it says he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven, meaning that the story will be told about you on why he put you to death. That's what it means to be called the least in the kingdom. He's like, hey man, what happened to Renee? Oh, he's the least in the kingdom. He was burnt up. He's being used for charcoal fuel. He's being used for lighter fuel outside. That's what happened to Renee. That's what it means to be called the least.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC, has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.